It's No Longer Silent really came from a project that was being done at Juilliard. James Conlon is a magnificent conductor, and one of the things that he was passionate about is doing concerts by composers who were silenced or killed during the Nazi regime. And so it really was about lost or forgotten music and composers sometimes. And they decided they'd do a collaboration with the dance division. And so Larry Rose, the director of dance at Juilliard, asked me to choreograph to a score by Erwin Schulhoff, one of the most famous of the composers. I didn't want to try to make a dance about the Holocaust. I just didn't feel that I could do that. But certainly when I started to look at his life, I focused more on the individual. And the thing about Erwin Schulhoff is that he embraced the avant-garde. He embraced jazz. He embraced a lot of things at that time that were very new. There was something about his spirit, and the way he died really struck a chord with me in a personal way. During the Nazi regime, his music wasn't allowed to be played, he couldn't work. And so to imagine an artist, not just a human being, but an artist stifled in that way, it's like a death before the death. And he tried to come to the United States, but he was denied and eventually accepted into Russia. Before he could get his papers, he was captured and put in a concentration camp, and he died of tuberculosis in 1942. There's something so tragic about him perhaps seeing that light at the end of the tunnel and then having it darkened. And so that's really the impetus of No Longer Silent, and that's why I called it No Longer Silent, because I felt through me, if I was to be presumptuous, in a way he was walking through his own story through this work. The one through line is this bench that I have in the back of the stage that goes all the way across the stage and out into the wings, so it has to do with infinity. A lot of the images that I looked at are directly related to the dance and some of the images you see in the dance. And I saw a lot of images of people sitting on benches. And there was something about that metaphor of the bench, being benched, a certain sense of hopelessness. It's like being told to sit down. You know, I was sort of going into that psychology, and so that's why I wanted the bench. And the dancers keep returning to the bench, even when they have moments of what looks to be like they're fighting through. Eventually they turn and return to the bench. So that imagery really sort of drove the work, and certainly his personal story.